What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, for my CRO content, right, for anybody that has seen it in the past, many years that I've been producing content on cryptocurrency, CRO was one of my first positions because I believe in crypto.com. The things that they're doing over there, the things that they were developing, the amount of strength and transparency that they have is just unheard of. Now, obviously, with that transparency, they told us what they were going to do, which did create maybe a little bit more negativity in the markets. But my overall mindset to it, right, has shifted just a little bit. But does that mean that I don't believe that this is going to get to $1 or $2 or $3 or have a significant impact in this altcoin season? No, that's not what I believe, right? I believe that we're going to see this push up to a higher level. I believe we're going to see it worth a lot more. But now this does change my long-term mindset, my long-term strategy for CRO. However, I'm still going to have one. I just won't have as an aggressive push to it, if that makes sense. So before we get into this, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, at Perry8K, you can follow me over there, and the links are down there in the description. Now, also, don't forget about my link for BTCC if you guys are interested in this platform. It honestly is a very, very good platform that I've been using for quite some time. And the reason why I've been using it is because they offer multiple things. They offer you leverage trading. They offer you bonuses that you can get. So if you sign up using my link, you'll get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055. 40% lower trading fees, and they've been around for 13 years, trusted by millions for 13 years. Now, the things you can do over there, you can leverage trade, you can trade outright, meaning that you can own the crypto 100%. And then you could also demo trade. If you guys aren't familiar with leverage trading or aren't comfortable with your strategy, you can develop a strategy by demo trading and figuring out what works best for you and what you have success with. So feel free to check out those links down below in the description. BTCC is at the top of the description. Now, I've talked about CRO plenty of times. Currently, CRO's price is at 0.083 cents. It's at a $2.2 billion market cap. $21 million worth of volume, which is less than 1% volume to market cap ratio. Now, if you don't know any of the history, CRO or Crypto.com burned off 70% of their supply. Now, when you burn off coins, means that they're gone forever. Well, recently they had a vote to bring those coins back, or at least the same amount of coins back, and basically saying that they were reissuing the 70 billion coins. Now, this is not something that sits well with me, because once those are burned, they should be burned forever, and you shouldn't have kind of a not really a get out of jail free card, but like kind of a way to get bailed out from what you did in the past to now bring those back into circulation, which could be worth a lot more than where they stood before, right? Meaning that you're adding a lot into circulation. Now, this is happening over time, so that's the only saving grace with this. The reason why I didn't sell it immediately was because they are doing this over time. So it's not going to happen immediately. It's going to happen over many years, meaning that you're going to see some that's introduced this year, some that's introduced next year, and introduced the year after that, and so on and so forth. Meaning that you have room to grow for this altcoin season before things decide to kind of fall off the face of the earth, as they have all of that supply that's out there. Because 100 billion coins is a lot. And adding 100 billion coins or adding 70 billion coins to your 30 billion supply, not really great, because you're diluting it, 100% and then 100% again. And then, it's just not great to see. But I still have faith within it. Now, the reason why I have faith within it, is because I believe that you see those that time period that they have there for releasing the coins, you still see all of the things that they are implementing, right? Whether you're talking about the credit cards, you're talking about keeping the debit cards, you're talking about implementing CRO in a major way for Crypto.com and for the Cronos chain. So seeing all of these things and how Cronos can be implemented within those things there, and seeing how people are getting paid out in rewards in CRO, it's giving CRO a massive use from what they have in their largest platform. Now, I also believe that this large platform of theirs, you're gonna be able to utilize CRO just a little bit more. And since they are worth multiple billions of dollars, that exchange is going to be an S tier exchange and going to be utilizing CRO in such a big way once the exchange is kind of everywhere. It's not in the US yet, but once it's everywhere. So it's not something that really has a concern for me because, yes, it does suck that we have these 70 billion coins that are out there. It does. And you never know. This goes to show that you never know what is going to happen and what's going to be voted for. Obviously, the community doesn't really feel like this is the best thing possible, but they obviously have their way of getting the vote passed and having people believe in what they are doing. But it's just there's a positive side and a negative side. And I think when I look at it from the long term, does it still have the ability to get to $1? Absolutely. A $26 billion market cap, a $50 billion market cap, a $60 billion, $70 billion market cap is definitely going to happen, right? We're going to see these levels, see these things happen with all the things that they're implemented. So I'm not concerned with that at all. What I am concerned with is the long-term introduction of these coins, meaning that while you see a $26 billion market cap here, right, and it gets to a level of $1 in this altcoin season within the next year and a year or 2 years, you see it get to a $26 billion market cap, maybe even a $50 billion market cap. If that stays the same, where it is a $50 billion market cap, and that's the max value that we end up seeing, well, now you have to introduce the coins, which means that you're diluting the price. So if you're adding, let's say it's at 26 billion and you bring it up to 50 billion, right? Let's just say that's doubling. You're now going from a $26 billion market cap, or let's say a $50 billion market cap, which is a $2 price point ish, to now introducing those extra coins, and diluting it and cutting the price in half, meaning that that $2 price is now down to a $1 price. So over time, it's not going to look good for long-term holders. This is why my strategy has changed. And I'll tell you what that strategy is in a couple of seconds, but please hit that like button and comment down below if you guys have a different strategy as well. But my strategy goes like this. Instead of me deciding to take just a little bit of profit as it gets to $1, I'm taking probably majority of the profit as it gets to a level of $1 and $1.50, leaving the rest that's in my ledger wallet, which is 100,000 coins. Now that is a lot. I have 400,000 total, meaning that 300,000 is going to be sold within this time period, within this growth level to $1 and $1.50. Leaving some for that $1.50 level, but not a lot, right? So yes, I still believe in it a lot higher than where it can go, and I still believe that it's going to get to $1 100%. But it's just now the levels of $2 and $3 have not necessarily gone out the window, but they're not something I'm thinking about. They're not something that I'm like, oh, I'm 100% want to see it at $2 or $3. I could care less if it gets to $2 or $3. For my 100,000 CRO that's going to sit over here, yeah, great. My short term, I don't plan on holding that for as long as my plan was before. My plan has shifted from holding it from you're taking 100,000 at $1, then taking another 100,000 at $2, and taking another 100,000 at $3, to now taking majority of it around that $1 to $1.50 mark because of the implementation of those coins. So it's not necessarily saying that it's not going to happen. We're not going to see it. We're not going to see it thrive. It's just the opportunities that were before us, that were in front of us, to say that we could see more and more burns has gone out the window, because those burns can just come right back, right? They can just vote for them to come right back. In the community, everybody that I asked in the community, any tweet that I put out, 90% of people were like, no, I'm not for this. I don't want to see this happen. So the fact that it did pass means that there's some larger form of manipulation there in order to introduce those coins. So anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this. Has your plan changed for CRO, or are you still at in the same boat, right? You believe that it's going to get to this level, so that's where you're selling at. Let me know in the comment section below. But I got to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Let me know if this video helped you at all, or if you understand the different things that I'm talking about in this video. If you don't, and I would love to find a way to kind of clean it up a bit. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.